So dear students, today we will start with the next lesson, lesson number 4, implementing downcast using inheritance. In the previous lesson, you have learned about that how we can implement the upcast using inheritance. Here I want to revise about this upcasting, and that I have already told you. In case of upcasting, when you assign the reference variable of the derived class to the base class, then that is called upcasting. And we have used the statement there, go underscore vehicle equal to go underscore truck. And in that case, go underscore truck was the derived class reference variable, and go underscore vehicle was the base class reference variable. So when we assign the derived class reference variable to the base class reference variable, then this casting is called upcasting. Now in this case, or in this lesson, we will discuss how we can implement the downcast. So for downcast, in this figure you can see we are going to declare the reference variable of the base class go underscore vehicle, type referred to LCL vehicle, and another reference variable we are going to create go underscore truck, type referred to the LCL underscore truck, which is our derived class. Another reference variable we are creating here go underscore truck 2 and the like R underscore truck, and we are going to create the object create object go underscore truck and assigning go underscore truck to the reference variable go underscore vehicle. So this is called upcasting. But how we can implement downcasting, you can see in this example, the superclass reference variable go underscore vehicle, which is reference variable of the superclass LCL vehicle, is assigned to the subclass reference variable go underscore truck 2. After this assignment, the go underscore truck 2 can access all the public components of the LCL truck as shown in this figure, and this is also called narrowing cast or downcast. But the difference between the upcast and downcast operator is that in upcast we use the equal sign, but in the downcast operator we use the question mark and then equal is used in this process. Now what is the use of this narrowing cast? As you can see, in case of narrowing cast, we are going to decrease the capability, or we are going to use the specific reference variable to access the public component of the local class truck. You can better learn about this in the next slide. Now come to the next slide. Specific access after downcast assignment. So in this slide you can see the use of the downcast assignment. Now you can see we have, this is LCL rental class, and we have created the table, internal table empty underscore vehicle, which is containing the number of object reference variables. The first object is of type LCL bus class, and second reference variable of truck type, third one is LCL car, and fourth one is again the truck. Suppose if the user want to determine the maximum cargo values, so you can see we have the number of truck here. The number of truck in the case of LCL truck class is maximum cargo is 30. So the truck number of truck are 30 in case of this LCL truck, and we have another object reference variable LCL truck of the same class, but the maximum cargo value is here 50. Now the user, if he want to determine the maximum cargo value from this table, so how he or she can get that value? He or she can get the maximum value by using the downcast assignment, because we are going to use the narrowing cast. Let us see, all vehicle reference types are stored in this internal table, that is the type is LCL vehicle. Now you require the downcast assignment to address a specific component. Suppose if you want to specify the particular component, suppose we are specifying the particular component is this maximum cargo equal to 50 of the instance, then it is only possible using the downcast. It is also needed for the keeping reference of these instances in the variable which are the type on the superclass. So you can see this example is method get underscore maximum underscore cargo. So here we are defining the method for getting the maximum cargo value. How we can do that? With the help of upcasting. Data LO underscore vehicle type refer to LCL vehicle, loop at empty underscore vehicle into LO underscore vehicle. Also here LO underscore vehicle may be either the type truck or other vehicle like car, bus, so on. So we are applying the loop here, but we want to determine the maximum cargo. For determine the maximum cargo, because we are focusing on this particular type truck, so we need to narrowing cast. So with the help of downcast, we can determine the maximum cargo value. Now come to the next topic, downcast and exception handling in the application. Now in case of downcast assignment, if we are targeting a particular reference and which is not type incompatible with the source reference, then the exception must be raised. So as you can show in this figure, we have an example, method get underscore maximum cargo, data LO underscore vehicle type referred to LCL vehicle, LO underscore truck type referred to LCL truck, loop, we are applying the loop on this internal table into LO underscore vehicle, and LO underscore vehicle may be the number of types like bus, truck, car, and so on. Now we are applying the try and catch. So generally we use the try catch block for exception handling. So try, we are going to apply the downcasting LO underscore vehicle to the LO underscore type truck. LO underscore vehicle is our base class, and we are assigning this super class reference variable to the derived class. So this is the downcasting. With the help of this, we can determine the maximum cargo of the truck, and then we are applying the catch. And why we are applying this exception? Because if the static target reference, this is static target reference, means we are targeting this particular maximum cargo value is not compatible with the source reference. So in this case the exception may be raised. So we are applying the try and catch exception. Catch this cast error and then react on the particular catch error. You can give the right statement here. Then try is always end with the end try, and then end loop, and then end method. Come to the next topic. The next topic is uses of the class hierarchy. Now, if there is a suitable way of linking the classes in terms of inheritance, that means we are applying the perfect linking classes in case of inheritance program, then there is a result of advantages, and the following advantages are: the first one is centralized maintenance. It is very easy to maintain all the classes, centralized. It is very safe, generic method of access each of the classes. So all in that, this means that the entire software component can be extended very easily. So with the help of inheritance, you can extend the capability of the software components very easily. If you want to add some other methods, some other classes, some other attributes, with the help of inheritance, you can easily add and extend the capability of the software components. So this was all about the lesson number 4 of the unit number 3. The unit number 3 has been completed here. Thank you so much for watching my videos. Please subscribe to my channels. If you have not subscribed till now, you may please subscribe now and press the bell icon button to get the new notifications onto the channel.